In this video, I'm gonna give you guys 5 exercises that you must try your next bicep day. Let's get into it. All right, so the first movement I'm gonna have you guys do today is just gonna be a traditional straight bar curl. What I wanna have you guys do though is kind of position your elbows forward and into your body, and then take just a slight lean back. So you're opening up the biceps, coming all the way down, all the way up to the chin. What I like to do here is get somewhat fast on the way up, and then 3 seconds on the way down. I want your guys' hands placed in line with your elbow and shoulder, okay? So when you're curling, all 3 joints are right in line with each other. So these are a really strict form motion. I want you guys really pay attention to the form, keep the form really tight, and try not to swing the body and use too much momentum. And the goal is to get deep, deep contractions every single time in the bicep. When I'm coming down, you're coming all the way down, but I like to keep somewhat of a bend right here. If you come all the way down, I feel like it overstrains the bicep tendon right here, or you could easily overstrain the bicep tendon, especially when you get to a heavier weight. So just keep that in mind, maybe about 90% of the way down, and then come back up. So the second movement we have for you guys today is gonna be an incline dumbbell curl. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna set this up with a pretty severe incline here. So how we're gonna execute the incline dumbbell curl is pick a weight that's fairly light for you, that you know you can curl pretty easily in a regular formation. We're gonna lay all the way back. I want you guys to pull the shoulder blades back into the pad. Pull the elbows back behind your chest and then curl up. This is a great exercise for the long head of the bicep, keeping the elbows behind the body. You really can't cheat here. And that's the beauty of this exercise. A good cue here is when you come down, we're squeezing the biceps on the way up, turning the wrist. When you come down, engage the tricep. You're gonna feel the bicep stretch big time at the bottom. When you guys are doing these curls especially, so with a dumbbell you can turn more, we really wanna take the wrist and we wanna spin as much as we can up, squeezing the inside part of the bicep. And then when you come down, find that stretch through here. And the reason I'm having you guys engage the tricep, it's gonna force your bicep to really open up and stretch. Okay, so the third motion I have for you guys to check out today is gonna be a reverse preacher curl. Typically, you're gonna see people do a preacher curl with the slanted end. What we're gonna do is do it on the flat surface end, okay? What I want you to do is take your elbows and have your scapula and your elbows round forward off of the pad here. And use a straight bar because again, we're trying to hit the inner part of the bicep, okay? So you want that straight bar. You don't want a curved bar like this because then it's all outer bicep. So I like to grab these a little closer, still kind of a neutral grip. Scapula is open, elbows are down, curling it all the way up to the chin. What I suggest with these is doing at least 3 sets here. And if you have that energy, go for 5 sets, but keep the reps above 10 every single time. And keep the tension on the biceps and the right muscles. And do not go fast. 1 second up, 1 second down. Okay, so movement number 4 that I have for you guys is one of my all-time favorite bicep motions. It's just a regular concentration curl. If you guys struggle to connect with the biceps, I suggest putting these in the beginning of your workout because the mind to muscle on these and the ability to turn the wrist really, really helps contract the biceps. So definitely give these a shot. So here's what we got. I'm gonna have you guys kind of staggered stance. Whatever leg is somewhat in front of you is the arm that we're gonna use first. So I want you guys to place this elbow right on the inside part of the knee. And again, I want you guys to drop the shoulder down. I want you to pick the dumbbell up. And I want you to spin the dumbbell this way like this, right? So we're squeezing the inner part of the bicep and then coming all the way down here. And you can even lean back a little bit, create some sort of tension there. This isn't a heavy motion like a straight bar curl would be. This is a motion you want to contract and squeeze on. When I first started out training, it's hard for me to feel really every muscle. When you first start training, the muscle's not developed as much, so that contraction is a little bit on the weaker side, or maybe it's hard to find. This was one movement for me that I felt like as soon as I did it, I trained biceps for, man, probably 3-4 years before I actually felt it. And I remember the day that I did this motion, I was like 15, 16 years old, and I was like, oh my God, like I feel something, you know, I feel the contraction in the right area. And I think that's like what bodybuilding is all about. You have to find the movements that work for you. This motion right here, I feel like works very, very good for me and my clients, I would definitely suggest trying it. A hammer curl, this is a staple movement that has to be put in your guys' routine. The reason being is anytime we're turning the wrist, again, inside part of the bicep, when we're leaving the wrist like this, it's the outside part in the forearm. So this is a must-have motion in your bicep routine, especially to get that thickness from the front. So what we're gonna do here, I like to do these two different ways. The first way is with a dumbbell and go real heavy. And I like to keep the elbows kind of neutral, one at a time, straight up and down. And keep a strong wrist, maybe even try and turn it at the top into your body. So you guys can see on this motion right here, I'm alternating because we're overloading the muscle and trying to go a little bit heavier on this one. And I like to use the momentum of my body to try and move the weight a little bit. It's okay to have body movement, but just make sure that the muscle stays in tension the whole time. You don't want to be swinging it and the elbow stays back and flying all over the place. We're staying in one spot, and just maybe a little rock here, here, here. But really try and go heavy on these because your biceps will respond very well. All right, so just a little bonus tip if you made it this far in the video. First of all, thank you, appreciate you. Bonus tip here, what we're gonna do is I'm really big into pre-exhausting my biceps and post-exhausting my biceps. So Luke and I went through the whole workout. Our biceps are absolutely toast. What we're gonna do to finish off this routine is a post-exhaust to really polish everything off. So we're gonna go into a hammer curl off of a cable using a rope. We're gonna start with a weight that we know we can get 20 reps with. So we're gonna rep out 20. We're gonna raise the weight 30 to 40 pounds. We're gonna go 8 reps. We're gonna raise the weight again 30 to 40 pounds. We're gonna go 8 reps. When you finish that one, we're gonna go back to the original weight and go for 20 reps. We're gonna run 2 rounds of this, and then we're gonna call it. That's gonna be it for our bicep routine today. Yeah, let's run this. Ready? Just for your guys' reference, I started on 50 pounds and now I'm raising it to 90. This one we're gonna go 8 reps. 3, and don't hold it at the top of the rope. We're holding it kind of more so in the middle of the rope, so you're forcing your grip to work. All right, so after 90, I'm gonna bump this up to 130 here. All right, back to the original 50. Go 20 reps. Oh, I lost count there. I think I did 25. I always lose count in the last one, so if you lose count, you do 5 more. So that's gonna basically wrap up all of the workouts for biceps that I feel like are a necessity, a staple in my routine that I feel like you guys should definitely try. One thing I do wanna touch on though, is your biceps will grow with these movements, but it's not all just working out. I feel like your diet and your sleep and your water have to be on point. All of these things have to be talking to each other to be able to grow the muscle that you're trying to grow. You can't just go into the gym, under-eat and expect the muscle to grow. You can't just go into the gym dehydrated and expect the muscle to be healthy and getting the proper nutrients and whatnot. So with all that being said, I really do appreciate you guys watching the video. If you follow the video this whole way through, it means a lot to me. It's Brandon Flihan. We're signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video.